A yummy noodle dish is made for the strong hero Wang Ling, who breaks his chopsticks by mistake because he's super strong. Thanks to his power, Shanghai is getting better after the demons came, but then another monster appears to hurt people. The monster seems to be trying to hide on Earth because Wang already wiped out the demon world. Our hero stops eating and gets ready to fight the monster, but then a mysterious girl named Yoshiko Kumiya appears and destroys it using her chopper missiles. The next day at school, Lin Xiaoyu meets with Chen Chao and Gao Hao, who are both crying because Faction 60 has come back to life. They admit they didn't do their homework because they thought the faction was gone. Then we're shown a flashback to the previous night. In this scene, Wang is requested to revive Faction 60 using his powers so they can restart the cultivator training program. This makes our hero call upon his loyal sidekick, Froggy 2, and instruct him to take care of the task. Now that his demon powers are restored, Sun Rong makes a grand entrance in front of her classmates. However, his spotlight is soon stolen by Yoshiko, who is revealed to be a princess from Sunland, her hometown. Yoshiko quickly challenges Sun's popularity, but fortunately, lover boy Wang arrives, so that Sun rushes over to him. Later, we find out that Yoshiko comes from a family of exorcists who have been accused of many crimes in the past. Class is about to start, so Yoshiko's group formally introduces her to everyone. The princess challenge happens again. But then instructor Band shows up and informs her that she hasn't been assigned to Faction 60. Yoshiko isn't happy about this sudden change and vents her frustration by using a dragon move on her top researcher. The exorcist girl is determined to surpass the cultivators, so she attempts to win Wang's trust by offering him delicious snacks from Sunland. Sun disapproves of Yoshiko's methods, but Wang is immediately swayed by the allure of her delicious treats, becoming a simp for her. This leads Sun to finally accept Yoshiko's challenge, and they decide to compete in a cooking competition. The girls arrange a fancy feast, with our hero serving as the main judge, while the others watch as the audience. An intense competition unfolds as Yoshiko skillfully prepares a variety of dishes, showcasing her culinary talents. However, Sun struggles to create anything, despite receiving help from her friends. Yoshiko finishes her meal and serves it to Hao, Chen, and Lin, who thoroughly enjoy the delicious flavors. However, Wang doesn't seem impressed by the soggy noodles. Sun realizes that lover boy Wang prefers raw, crispy raccoon noodles. Determined to please him, she prepares exactly what he likes. When Wang tastes his favorite snack, he becomes ecstatic, unleashing a small fraction of his powers, filling the area with joy and excitement. It's no shock when Sun is declared the winner of the competition, leaving Yoshiko red with anger. She's frustrated that she couldn't defeat the most popular girl in her class. In a dream sequence, we witness a frog family eagerly anticipating a birthday cake to hatch from an egg. It turns out to be Froggy 2's birthday, and he immediately wishes to become the Demon King. He wakes up from his dream and then tracks his phone. Wang arrives, offering him some food and winning Froggy's heart with his gesture. Our hero also asks Wang for advice on how to throw a birthday party. The next day, they start working on a surprise party. They take a look at Froggy's list, but don't quite understand the concept of a birthday egg cake. The dog demon shows up and is quickly whisked away by Wang, but he senses that the secrecy is a disguise for his birthday party. Wang opens a portal to another dimension in search of a birthday surprise and discovers a collection of acts. After defeating some monsters, he brings back the biggest one for the celebration. To everyone's amusement, Instructor Pan encounters Froggy and Land. After their encounter, she heads to class. The demon dog panics, fearing that Pan might stumble upon his surprise preparations. He quickly jumps into class and spots the egg, but can't find the others. As Pan enters the room, Froggy acts fast and transforms into Master Zhao Yi. In his new form, Froggy flirts with Pan and sets up a date, distracting her and sending her away drooling with excitement. However, Froggy recalls that baking the birthday egg with the wrong amount of heat could lead to disaster. Unfortunately, this is exactly what happens later. The egg hatches, releasing an army of alien parasites that possess everyone inside. Things look dire, as even Sun's security team gets possessed. Fortunately, Wang intervenes at the right moment and swiftly deals with all the monsters. He defeats the main cake demon, causing an explosion that creates a giant mask. In order to rectify the situation, Froggy uses his powers to reverse the timeline, but it comes at the cost of draining his life force. Despite this sacrifice, he believes it's worth it and enters the classroom with Lin, hoping for a proper birthday celebration. Everyone begins to sing the birthday song, but to Froggy's dismay, it turns out that all the preparations were actually for Lin and not for him. Wang and the boys venture into a forest in search of some special herbs, but their plans are interrupted when they encounter a gorilla lion monster that starts chasing them. A tense sequence of events unfolds and Froggy gets trapped in the process. The demon dog is on the verge of becoming the monster's next meal, but suddenly, an overpowered dragon monster appears and incinerates the gorilla with its flames. Suddenly, a beastmaster named Tang Birdie appears and captures the gorilla using a device resembling a ball. This reveals that such creatures are called spiritual beasts, and the people who capture them are known as beast hunters. Tang explains his hunting intentions to the team, but they disapprove of his methods, especially Hao, who runs a shop for spiritual pads. In the midst of their argument, Froggy hilariously commands the team to free him from his trap, and they continue with their quest. Later on, they encounter another spiritual beast ensnared in a trap. Froggy then guides them to an injured unicorn, whom they name Sylvie. The team rushes the baby creature to a shrine and attempts to tend to its injuries. As time begins to run out, Wang once again comes to the rescue and heals the unicorn with his powers. Hooray! Unfortunately, Tang arrives with his assistant and demands that our heroes hand over the beast, as he was the one who injured Sylvie with his trap. Guo and Chen strongly oppose this, so they challenge the hunter to a beast duel. Tang gladly accepts and unleashes his dragon monster to fight Guo. The inexperienced fighter initially wants to use Froggy for the battle, but Froggy acts pricey and refuses to fight. That's when Sylvie decides to take matters into his own hands and steps into the firing line. The fight starts off hilariously as Guo doesn't really know any of Sylvie's skills and just blurts out random moves without any confidence. Things look tricky as the dragon delivers its heavenly fire blast. However, Wang taps into Sylvie's soul and triggers an amazing evolution. Now that he's become an overpowered unicorn, Sylvie unleashes his own unicorn blast and defeats the dragon with ease, sending Tang into orbit in the process. The next day, we see Yoshiko revealed as the mastermind behind the Beastmaster video game, reveling in its success with over 10 million downloads. Whoa! However, nobody seems to care about her achievements now that Sylvie is the new talk of the town. Go-Ho wants to bond more with his unicorn, but it ignores him and cuddles up to Wang, recognizing him as its true alpha. Froggy tries to suck on some of the unicorn's blood to gain healing powers, but Wang stops him and places a magical circle around Sylvie. Yoshiko sees Wang taking Froggy away and tries to use this opportunity to kidnap the beast. However, she is hilariously blown away by the protective formation. Later, Sylvie is cuddled by everyone, including instructor Wang. Then, Yoshiko comes up with an evil plan. She throws a berry ball at the unicorn, transforming him into a massive creature. Everyone panics upon seeing his new form munching on a tree, but Inspector Wang continues to vouch for him. Unfortunately, he changes his mind when Sylvie takes a giant rainbow dump right on top of him. Now, Sylvie is forced to be secluded in a cabin, and the team has to leave him alone so that he can control his appetite. That's when Yoshiko arrives with her squad and tries to control the beast with her evolution stone. This leads to a hilarious sequence where Sylvie eats the stone, and the gang tries to retrieve it from him. However, this triggers the final evolution, turning him into a vicious monster that breaks free and wreaks havoc all over the city. Guo tries to reason with Master Zhao not to attack his spiritual pet, but unfortunately he is also devoured in the process. Wang, unwilling to harm his unicorn friend, decides to remove Froggy's seal, allowing him to transform into his true avatar. The demon dog finally becomes the demon frog and relishes in being the king once again. However, he is immediately attacked by Sylvie, who utilizes his lightning dash. Wang remains calm and allows the unicorn to run into Froggy's belly, after which he shuts his mouth. The Demon King is forced to absorb all of Sylvie's excess energy, thus turning the unicorn back into his baby form. Now, Froggy spits out Sylvie and the evolution stone, which Wang instantly destroys. However, our hero fears that humans will now treat Sylvie as a monster. So he opens up a portal and takes the unicorn to his own planet, where he can finally live in peace. Flashing back to many years ago, at the High Night Market, everyone enjoys the festivities. A shopkeeper tries to sell a dragon-slaying sword to an unsuspecting customer, but the customer sees through his deception and takes his daughter, Ling, away. However, she seems fascinated by a little wooden sword on the side. Back in the present, our heroes witness a dramatic enactment of the 4 legendary sword warriors. Guo mentions a mysterious swordsman who actually defeated the epic quartet. However, Chen doesn't care about the story and challenges Wang to a duel with his Li Chao sword. As expected, our hero uses his tiny wooden sword, Jinke, to destroy Li Chao without any hesitation. Chen cries while Sun's ocean swords accidentally attack Wang and merge with Jinke. With no other option, Lin takes the team to her sister, who is an experienced sword maker. She reassures Chad that his sword can be fixed, but then Jinke quickly rushes towards her and is caressed by the sister, almost as if she was his mother. That's when she reveals that Jinke is actually in his awakening stage, which is why he is rebelling against his master. Now, Zhao enters the scene and reveals that the 7-star squad was defeated by a mystery swordsman dressed in white, who had the ability to bend all of their swords. Sensing an opportunity, our heroes rush to the scene where the swordsman is dominating Yoshiko's forces. The princess retreats with her man, while Sun and the squad battle the mysterious woman. However, she overpowers them easily, as her sword is too strong for them. Jinke continues to be rebellious against Wang, so he can't really do anything. But then Sister Xiao Yu flirts with them, and he gets into action, defeating the mystery woman with one blow. Wang identifies her as Ling and immediately turns her into a sheath for Jinke. Later, Ling is punished by Sister Xiao Yu for being a naughty girl, while Jinke watches on in amusement. Now, we see a carriage under attack by a team of ninjas secretly led by Yoshiko. They manage to steal an ancient artifact, much to the dismay of Zhao's house. However, his sensei, Lord Thunder, arrives to show him that he had actually swapped the artifact with a bomb. This leads to a massive explosion. The next day, they make their way to a grand auction, while Zhao and Thunder have a brief chat upstairs. They discuss how numerous families are about to be bidding for the most valuable items in the world, and then they wear masks to conceal their identity. All the families gather and are briefed about the bidding rules as well as the first item up for auction, a magical book containing spells from generations of cultivators. Lord Thunder also highlights that the book contains the forbidden spell, which is not only overpowered, but also unbeatable. As the rich families place millions of dollars on the table, the tension in the room mounts. Wang purchases a batch of crispy noodles in hopes of acquiring advantageous cards, only to find them less effective than expected. This prompts a return to the auction scene, where a pair of indestructible long johns steals the spotlight. Zhao attempts to bid for the pants, but is swiftly outmatched by an unfamiliar girl. However, Lord Fender recognizes her as Yoshiko, a determined individual set on world domination through the auctioned items. Wang decides to shift his focus from his disappointing luck situation to the live auction, where the coveted item is the sealed, white-eyed blue dragon. Remarkably, this artifact is the same one that Master Zhao and Lord Thunder were guarding initially. Bidding commences at 10 million spiritual coins, igniting a fierce battle for wealth. The affluent bidders engage in an intense display of financial prowess, risking everything for the prized item. Yoshiko appears to gain the upper hand with a bid of 40 million. But to everyone's astonishment, Lord Thunder calmly surpasses her with 45 million spiritual coins. Just when it seems settled, Zhao unexpectedly throws in a substantial bid of 87 million, injecting yet another twist into the auction drama. After receiving a call from Wang, Lord Thunder loses his composure. Eventually, Wang surpasses everyone with his winning bid. Following the auction, Lord Thunder follows Xiao and discovers that Wei is the master bettor. He is astonished to witness the overpowered heroes matching the seal without any concern. The legendary dragon then makes a grand appearance, offering to grant any wish Wang desires. However, Wang simply dismisses the dragon, turning it into a playing card. His motivation? Sweet revenge against the arrogance that he has witnessed. And that's the end of our video. Thank you for watching it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to let us know what anime we should be covering next. Okay, bye.